Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to cover GRT, the graph. I can't remember who I made this video for, or chart, or I don't know if we covered it in a live stream maybe, but I already had a GRT chart. I don't know why, because I don't think I've ever made a video about it. Anyway, the chart is there. Can't remember, honestly. I might have shared it with the channel members at some point. Either way, a few people ask me, why do I not cover this? Why do I not cover this more frequently? Because we have rallied so much. But first of all, a lot of coins have rallied a lot. And as you know, I'm not really a fan of charts that have a three-wave top in 2021. GRT unfortunately made a three-wave top in 2021. A pretty clear one. Yeah, you see it even clearer if we add the log chart. This is not an impulse. And this just means it's dumpster fire. Yeah, it's just not good. It's not a good chart. And I don't prefer to trade these. I don't prefer to invest in charts or coins like this. Now, very important statement here. This does not mean that it's bearish. Yeah, a chart that topped in three waves is not necessarily bearish, because it could all be part of a larger diagonal, for example. Yeah, there are counts where you can allow a wave one to be, which would be a motive wave, yeah, in the direction of the higher level trend. This could certainly be a wave one. Yeah, it could be a wave one as an ABC. Then we have here the wave two to the downside. We would get a wave three, which would also have to be ABC, 4 and 5. This is, however, according to my experience, very rare. In most cases, what these coins do is they either reset completely to a completely new low, which it didn't do. And the other thing that they sometimes do is they might just create a large ABC, A, B, C. Let me just change the wave degree, which often, and this does happen, which often leads to a new all-time high. But it's a large ABC. Yeah, it's unreliable. It's not a five-wave move that you'll get. Or, and that's the other opportunity, or possible, not opportunity really, but possibility which thousands of coins have done, is they die. Yeah, which means from a long-term reliability point of view of a chart, it's best, I'm not talking about the project, if it's a good project or who likes it or whatever. What I tend not to do, I don't want to trade, if I can avoid it, coins that topped in three waves in a bull run. It's just not reliable. And as a buyer or as an investor or trader, you need clear pivot points, you need clear measures for risk and reward, and with a chart that topped in three waves, you just don't get it, and it can rally as much as it wants. Really, it doesn't make it a good chart. It unfortunately doesn't. So the thing is, until this really goes above, yeah, I don't know, it just is, it's not good, because this could now be, in a very bearish interpretation, a five-wave move down in a wave one down. We are now going to do a wave two, which you can trade, yeah, but it's against the higher level trend, or at least possibly against the higher level trend. And then it might eventually, die at some point, just like that. 5 waves down, 3 waves up. It's never good if a chart tops in 3 waves. Again, very important. It doesn't make it a bearish chart. It could still be bullish. It could even go to a new all-time high, but it's just less reliable. And if I have hundreds of charts which look good, and I've got one chart that, we see a few green candles, and, I've got like 10, dozens of people asking for a video about a coin. But if it topped in 3 waves and a ton of other charts topped in 5 waves, which is much more reliable because it's a clear impulse to the upside, which GRT clearly isn't showing, then I don't want to focus on this. Okay, so I'm gonna make a video because a lot of people asked for it, but here you can't really become bullish until it goes way higher. Now, of course, this can be traded, and you can ape in if you want, but it's nothing that would be useful in terms of Elliott waves. Of course, it can work out, yeah, but then again, Other coins are rallying as well, also significantly. Just look at the AI coins, for example. And I have to admit, the AI coins also don't have the greatest charts, but it's the topic, obviously. It's sort of the hype around AI, which is why I started to cover it 4 to 5 weeks ago. But there are tons of other charts which just have a much more solid chart, and they are just more reliable. And from a risk point of view, it's you can trade it, but then you need to know about the risks, and you need to know that trades could rather sometimes fail because these charts, which topped in 3 waves, don't give you so clear targets. Anyway, what could this be? Now, we can still obviously count this as a possible impulse which might be emerging, and what we do have here is a possible 1-2 setup. 1 and A, B, C down. We had a wave 1-2 setup back in November. Funny enough, it bottomed exactly where I can't remember when I made this video. If you know where I covered this, let me know. I would like to find that video or wherever I talked about it. Now we have a massive increase in volume, and we possibly do something like this now. It's what I could squeeze in here is maybe even a couple of more 1-2 setups. So what we could be doing here is just that this was a 3rd wave and maybe not even. So this can still rally higher, but I'm currently assuming it's a wave 4 here, then a wave 5 still to come. And we can draw the fibs just to give you give us an idea about how much can this actually come down. Now this has now come into an ideal target area for the 4th wave. And for the 4th wave, it's usually, and I now go to the 4-hour chart to see a little bit better the structure. Now for a 4th wave, it's typically this area here that is relevant. Between the 50% retracement, which would be quite deep at 143, but possibly needed after this rally. Then the 38.2 fib level would be the ideal target at 16.4 cents, and the 23.6, which we already broke, would be the minimum retracement that is needed for a wave 4. So the fact that we already broke quite substantially now below the 18.9 cent level, below the 23.6 fib, makes me wonder, or makes me think that we ideally reach now the 38.2 fib at 16.4 cents. This would be ideal for a 4th wave, and this could happen, for example, in an ABC structure. Now, what we're doing here, if I go to the 1-hour chart, we might see that a little bit better. It could be that doesn't look like we have 5 waves complete, but maybe one more low, then we get 5 waves complete. Then this could be an A wave, then we might get the B wave and come down in C. That's sort of how I see it as a possibility, and then we could maybe bottom here at 16.4. or maybe 14.2 cents, where we've got these fibs. Now, we have to note, please, that we've now reached already the support area here for the 4th wave, which means anybody who wants to buy this, and again, I am telling you that this is a less reliable chart, but anybody who wants to buy it, now this is the time in the wave 4 support area. No financial advice. I'm rather warning of this coin because other coins are looking better and do something similar. But yeah, of course, some people like more risk, some people don't. So it's just sort of what according to my experience. And this could still make new highs, new all-time highs even, but it's just less reliable. But yeah, the uptrend is clearly still in play. The way this looks like that this is now a wave 4, also because if I'm looking at the indicators, typically in a wave 3, what you get is the highest reading. The highest reading was formed, and we now start to come down in a wave 4. Now, what we don't see yet is a divergence, at least not on the daily chart. If I go to the 4-hour chart, we also don't see a divergence forming, which could mean that this is only the 3rd wave of a 3rd. This is a 4th wave of a 3rd, and we come up once more in a 5th wave of a 3rd before we come down in the blue wave 4, which means this might just be part of the blue wave 3 still. I cannot rule that out because this is a bit messy down here, but you can argue that we have another 1-2 setup here, and this can build for much further upside. I just want to say from here, this still, as long as we hold that 50% fib level, it can become explosive. Even more explosive than this chart shows. for any Degen or Degen who wants to buy in here. So no divergence is visible, which indicates, hey, we could get one more extension up. We're still holding in the bullish range so far. Now this is a bit of a fight here now on the 1 hour chart, but again, there was no bearish divergence. Now you don't always get bearish divergences, but typically either in the wave 5 or 3 or in the wave 5 you start to see a bearish divergence. But anyway, this is where it could turn around, and then a break above the 23.2 cent level would indicate further upside. And if we zoom out a little bit, we've broken above recent highs, this high, but we failed actually here. This is a 20.8 cent level, so this would be next structural resistance. And if we then zoom out a little bit, the next key fib resistance, in my opinion, and I will have to start here at 0 with the fibs. Next fib resistance, and that's important, is around the 33 cent level. Now that's quite a way to go, but that is the first relevant fib level. And going above that would have bullish implications, but still not make it a much better chart. Okay, and that's my update about GRT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.